I'm sharing the secret to investing in stocks, and it's going to surprise a lot of investors out there. In this video, I'm revealing the biggest investing mistakes along with how to avoid them and how to beat your investing goals. We're talking how to be a better investor today on Let's Talk Money. Beat debt, make money, make your money work for you, creating the financial future you deserve. Let's Talk Money. Joseph Hogue with the Let's Talk Money channel here on YouTube. I want to send a special shout out to everyone in the community. Thank you for taking a part of your day to be here. If you're not part of that community yet, just click that little red subscribe button. It's free and you'll never miss an episode. Now this video is going to be an eye-opener for a lot of investors, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to reveal the secret to investing, something most of the Wall Street banks don't want you to know, and something that goes against most of what you're going to hear in the media. The secret is that investing is not about making money. It's about not losing the money you make to those Wall Street lies and the worst investor mistakes. Now think about it. Anyone can make money in a bull market. The stock market doubled in the 5 years to October through 2007. That's a return of almost 15% a year, and the same has been true for the bull market starting in 2009. Making money is easy. Not losing money, not so much. The crashes in 2000 and 2008 destroyed half the market value of stocks. Worse still, though, is that data from Dalbar Research shows the average investor made just 2.6% a year during the good years, and that's because of those Wall Street lies and the mistakes we'll be talking about. I'm going to detail all of these in this video, the 3 worst Wall Street lies and the biggest mistakes that lose your money. Then, in a special free webinar I'm offering to subscribers of the channel, I'm going to show you a goals-based investing strategy that will take advantage of those big run-ups in stocks, but save you from the biggest losses. The webinar is completely free. I'll leave a link in the video description below to sign up. Now in it, I'm going to guide you through every step of my goals-based investing course, a 12-lesson course on customizing your investing strategy to meet your needs. That webinar is completely free and it's going to give you everything you need to get started. I don't believe in holding anything back to sell people into my course. It's just there for those that want a more hands-on and detailed approach, and I've added a coupon code in the video description below, so check that out. But let's get to those 3 lies Wall Street tells investors and the 2 biggest investing mistakes almost everyone makes. Now, I've seen these Wall Street lies firsthand, and when I worked as an equity analyst, and when I worked for venture capital firms and big banks. The goal wasn't to make clients money, it was to entertain, to excite investors and keep them coming back for more. Now it's with these Wall Street lies that the investment industry and the media sells billions in advertising and then collects another billions and more in fees. The first lie here is that investing is about picking stocks and making those huge returns. This is an easy one to believe because all you hear about on TV or on the internet is about stock picking. You look at those triple-digit returns on stocks and your eyes turn into dollar signs as if you were some cartoon character. The problem here is that picking stocks means you're constantly glued to the TV or that investing blog, looking for that next hot stock pick or that next trade. You trade in and out of stocks, running up thousands in fees and losing picks to even out your winners. Now, I like to call this the what of investing, what you're investing in. The truth is that the how of investing is so much more important. How you set up your investments and how you invest is going to help you reach your goals, and with a fraction of the time and the stress of that returns-based strategy. Our second Wall Street lie here is that you need to worry about a stock market crash. Okay, now if this is a lie, why did I just say the secret to investing was about not losing money? How can you not worry about a crash if your goal is to not lose more money? Because there are 2 ways you can not lose money in the stock market crash. One is that you can constantly worry about a crash, spending hours a week watching the news and trying to time the market with stock trading. That way is going to mean spending thousands in trading fees, constantly losing sleep over your investments, and you're probably not going to save a dime when the stock market crash comes. The second way is to use a long-term approach that aligns your investments with your risk tolerance, with stock prices, and with your goals. This way takes less than a few hours a year, if even that, and you avoid the full force of a crash. Now this second approach isn't going to save you from losing any money. I lost just over 20% of my portfolio in the 2008 recession. That was pretty mild though against that 50% loss in stocks, and I was ready to take advantage of cheap prices in 2009, but there was still some pain. That second approach is in rebalancing your investments to match your goals and then taking advantage of different assets like bonds and real estate funds when stocks start to get expensive. Our third lie Wall Street tells investors is that investing has to be complicated. Now this is a favorite one of the industry because they like to look smart. The army of analysts, media pundits, and advisors love making investing complicated with their different strategies and formulas. Now this does one of 2 things to investors, and both are good for the industry. First, it keeps you glued to the TV or that investing website for that next strategy or that next stock pick. The average investor just doesn't have the time to analyze stocks all day, so they leave it up to the analysts and then just let them recommend every stock. That takes us back to those billions in advertising and trading fees. And then some investors just give up. They don't want to worry about their money. They don't want that constant stress, so they just hire an advisor. Now that means a 1% management fee each year. It doesn't sound like much until you add it all up. If you started with a $10,000 portfolio and invested $200 a month with an advisor, that tiny 1% annual fee would cost you over $105,000 over the next 30 years. At a modest 7% annual return, your investments would have grown to over $300,000 if you had managed them yourself. But now you're left with just $197,000 because you were scared into going to an advisor. Investing is not complicated. Life is complicated. World peace is complicated. Investing is easy. And it's easy because we're going to be looking at those bigger picture goals. We're going to be making investing about the how instead of that constantly picking stocks and trying to time the market. Now, these 3 Wall Street lies really feed into 2 of the biggest mistakes investors make: falling into that returns-based strategy and over-trading. That returns-based strategy of chasing stocks really only does one thing: it keeps you scared. It keeps you scared that you're not picking the right stocks, that you don't have enough information, and that you're going to get wiped out in the next stock market crash. This leads to so many mistakes like panic selling, using complicated option strategies, and then just investing on margin to boost your returns. The end result is that most investors see their portfolio go nowhere. Think about it. The stock market surged 4-fold over the 9 years from early 2009, but what happened to your portfolio? Not accounting for deposits, has the value of your investments jumped 4 times over that period? Are you sitting on a 400% return on your investments? If the answer is no, then you're probably stuck in that returns-based investing strategy, and you need to find a solution. All this is why that goals-based investing strategy is so important. It's going to make investing personal for you, for your goals, and is going to keep you from falling into that returns-based strategy that just loses money. Don't forget to click through and sign up for that free webinar where I'll detail the entire goals-based investing strategy, how to get started, and how to manage your own investments. In about half an hour, I can show you how to be a successful investor and how to manage your portfolio in just a few hours a year. We're here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with the best videos on beating debt, making more money, and making your money work for you. If you've got a question about money, just subscribe to the channel, scroll down, and ask it in the comments, and we'll make sure you get an answer.